It's the end of a long, emotional chapter.
Oh, my darling little girl.
After almost 2 years of uncertainty, Queensland's border is finally open. And this time, it will remain that way.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. Super excited. Happy to be back home.
It's been a while. About 6 months since been away.
My niece and nephew have surprised my kids, so it's really nice. Say hello. It's going to be a wonderful Christmas.
It's going to be exciting walking on the beach.
Probably go for a dip.
Yeah.
Queensland has only had 2,176 cases of COVID and one of the lowest number of fatalities in Australia. This pales in comparison to New South Wales and Victoria, with over 85,000 and 135,000 respectively. Despite Queensland's 80% double dose rate for those 16 and over, the locals understandably have mixed emotions about the border reopening.
I'm a little anxious. I'm worried that everyone's going to get sick. Yeah, it's a bit concerning. We feel like we've been so lucky for so long in Queensland. I think it'll be a good thing so there's a bunch of people who live in Melbourne and Sydney that they can see their families for Christmas.
It's inevitable, I think, that it's going to end up going through the community.
Higher risk of getting COVID, I guess, with everyone coming in.
Just trying to make the most of it before that happens, I guess, because we've been really lucky up here.
Research commissioned by the Palaszczuk government seems to support these concerns, predicting approximately 100 new daily COVID infections in Queensland by January and about 1,000 new cases daily by mid-2022. Infections would be the highest amongst the young and elderly, something that has families like Haydn and Kylie Jarvis worried.
I think it's guaranteed that COVID will spread fast and hard. We're both vaccinated, but there's still the risk that we can catch it, our children can catch it.
With the borders reopening, it's stressful because with Delta and Omicron, we've been concerned that it's going to spread more heavily and that's going to impact kids going to school and it's going to put more vulnerable people at risk.
The strain on our work life.
Despite the risks, photographer Haydn does understand the benefits of opening up.
It's got to open eventually. Everyone agrees with that. And you've got to trust your government, you've got to trust the guidelines, you've got to trust what the professionals are saying.
And the reward of reconnecting with loved ones is worth it for many.
I've got a 1-year-old son, so there is absolutely a level of us wanting to protect him as there will be outbreaks. But, I think that the reward outweighs the risk that let's open this border and see our friends and family again.
People have got to be able to see their relatives and be part of their family.
I'm not, losing sleep over it. So, hopefully we've got the measures in place. It's time to get on with it.
To think that my little son gets to see his grandparents again, his families, it's huge. Don't use that. It's all very emotional.
Well, we did use it.
Yeah. But that is the truth to the situation, though, isn't it? We've loved and lost during COVID, and I think bring down those barriers and open up the gates yet again. I've got Christmas lunches turned from 6 to 26 for me personally with a lot of family in Queensland. I had a baby in January who hasn't seen a lot of his family. So I just think it's unbelievable that Queenslanders and New South Welshmen and women are able to cross the border now and get to see loved ones, because I know that he was holding back the tears and talking about kids, but it is a really beautiful moment to be able to have that time, especially leading up to Christmas. It's been such a difficult period for all Australians.
It's interesting, we've all lived through the lockdowns in New South Wales and Victoria. I don't think we quite understand the fear of people in Queensland, South Australia to a lesser degree, in WA about COVID coming in. And if you do have an elderly relative or an immunocompromised child, or you've got an illness yourself, you are going, hey, hang on. It's nice to have the tourists back, but we don't want COVID.
It's perfectly understandable. We have got a hardened relationship now in Victoria and New South Wales with COVID. In Queensland, we've been watching press conferences most days and following numbers where Queenslanders have been living their lives. So, I understand why there's a bit of anxiety.
You really hope, though, that this is the end of borders being closed. We are one country, and I really hope... But we are. I mean...
Tell Mark McGowan that.
But let's hope that we're on the pathway back to what we have been for, since Federation.